vaccine passports? No vaccine passports. Good on you, Melbourne. You keep turning up. It's fantastic. God bless you. Now, I'm going to introduce you to one of your hosts, Selma. Selma from Reclaim the Line. If you didn't know, just read her t-shirt.
Grandparents, aunts, uncles. Can you hear me? No, can you hear me? All right, kids, teenagers, are you ready? Can you hear me? Louder, guys. Kids and teenagers, can you hear me? All right, beautiful. All right, I'm going to teach you something today. It's for everybody though, for adults as well. It is the power of being thankful, the power of to have gratitude. I've taught thousands of students this, thousands of primary, thousands of secondary, and see the changes, especially in the kids who have had trauma. It is amazing. All you need to do is practice this in your family, with your carers or your parents, once a day, especially if you're having friendship issues. Whatever's going on in the world is stressing you out. You need to do this, kids. And adults, you need to do it too. So either us or
And is it about the vaccine mandate? Is that the key thing?
One of them, yeah. But well, I don't
How would you put it into your own words what the concerns are about being forced to, well, or coerced to have vaccination?
I don't think it's right because, like, since when has it been anyone else's, like, kind of what your medical status is? I don't get that. Like,
and is it also a concern about what is in the vaccination and what the vaccination will do? How would you put that in your words if that was the feeling?
Well, I'm not like a doctor or anything. I don't know about all that sort of stuff, but it is a concern because I think I don't know. It's hard to say.
But if you can sum up the reason you wanted to get on stage today, how would you sum up the reason that you sat down, you wrote that, and you volunteered, and you did that very brave thing?
Thank you. Because again, like I said, I want to show other people that there's more people who are on the same page than people my age, and I don't think it's right that they're forcing this stuff. But yeah, that's
good on you. Thanks, Olivia.
The thing you say to me is the ability to be able to just question.
yeah.
Because you're always asking questions of me, and just question. That's what she says to me. Why can't I ask these questions? And I've not got the answers either. So
Yeah, sure. What topic is that?
Morning.
Olivia from 14-year-old. Great job. You got to mention it. Yeah, we might get a shout out to you guys.
Mate, excuse me, mate. Can you report the Lancet study that just shows there's no difference between vaccinated and unvaccinated, which in terms of transmission, in terms of outcomes from the virus, came out 2 days ago. Literally that defaults our laws, like makes them just totally discriminatory for no reason. Who did the study? Lancet. It's Lancet Truth. Who did the study? I don't know. Well, I did doctors, I don't know. But seriously, you guys should be like reporting on studies. You don't. Lancet study literally defaults the whole bloody reason for mandates.
Look at that.
Please,
It's breaking people. I want to sing you a rock ballad. Alright, so this rock ballad I would appreciate you to sing with me. It is Help by the Farnham. You all know the words. The song goes as I'm going to be singing it as we. When we were younger, so much younger than today, we never needed anybody's help in any way. And now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I'm about to change my mind. Let's open up the doors!
I haven't spoken to her since.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being on today. I feel like I'm doing a very small part. And that's the thing, I can play 2 songs for you today, but what this event has done, and thank you Mish Cat and everyone else who has come here to support this event, the crew, thank you immensely. Because every industry has the opportunity to play their small part. And look what can happen if we all do that. I was sitting at home watching the news, Dan Andrews, he made his announcement, I've just been employed as a disability support worker. Oh, man. Thank you very much. There are so many people out here that want to support other people. So much you love, yeah. So much you never everyone has got their right.
your surname, Paul?
I'd rather not say my
That's okay.
surname.
That's okay. What suburb were you
I'm
working
from
in?
Latrobe Valley. I have come all the way from Gippsland, Latrobe Valley down to the city, and I've been coming every week.
From Traralgon or
Moe, actually.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for having a
Yeah, and
chat.
I would ruin.
Thanks for having a chat.
Thank you for letting
Nice
us
one.
say some
Thanks for
stuff.
saying so we can have a chat. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Cheers. Cheers.
Sorry, Paul.
Talk to you if you want to tell me the truth.
Paul, can I ask you a few questions? Just
Walk and talk.
cool. I just want to know why there are numerous studies out there which show, again, I just told you about the Lancet study a few minutes ago,
The study published in Lancet.
published in Lancet that says there's no difference in transmission between vaccinated and unvaccinated people, which shows the worldwide mandates are ineffective against the new variants.
And I could probably
My
show you
que-
100 other studies that
Okay,
show the
my
opposite.
my question is, all of the mainstream media, every night, 24 hours a day, mainstream media is portraying it. You don't have time for, you don't have time for the inventor of the mRNA vector of transmission, Dr. Robert Malone. You don't have time for any scientist to present a different side of the argument.
Oh, our news every night's got other sides of the argument.
Where?
What do you want news?
When I catch it, it's telling me to go get a jab, including 5 to 11-year-olds. There's no evidence it's safe for 5 to 11-year-olds.
If that's on the news, it'll be someone saying that. It won't be us saying it. It'll
That's
be
my
someone
point, mate.
saying
It's somebody saying it.
Yeah.
Where's the data? Where's the scientific studies?
We report.
Your job,
mate. I'm trying to answer, and you're talking over me.
You're right.
You're asking me 1,000 questions.
You're right.
And videoing this, and when you watch it back, you'll see how you bombarded me
I know.
with information
I'm
and
not a
questions.
journalist. I'm sorry.
And then I tried to answer.
I'm sorry.
And mate,
Please, go ahead.
I've fucking forgotten what your question was, mate.
Why do you not have time to present the scientific argument of COVID?
The scientific argument.
Yes, it's not.
We present scientific information all the time.
The science
And we have done for almost 2 years.
So, where did you make any retractions when the Lancet first got their first study wrong that justified lockdowns? Did channels ever come out and make any retractions whatsoever?
Well, we don't determine who has lockdowns.
You,
If anyone's going to apologise if there's a conflict of information, it's the government. We report what is happening, mate.
you
So
are
if there is a
supposed to challenge
lockdown,
the government. Is my point. You're journalists. I have not seen a challenge.
oh mate.
A
Well then,
challenging
in that
argument.
case, you have not watched a press conference during the pandemic.
Mate,
Let me finish.
Sorry.
You have not watched a press conference with Dan when I have been there, right, and asked 1,000 freaking questions, and had his supporters absolutely blast me on Twitter for asking questions that they probably think are inappropriate or too hard, or too tough. So you obviously haven't seen me in action, mate.
I mean, look, no, honestly, I appreciate you actually coming to protest, providing another perspective. I do appreciate that. And
You've seen me walking
you're
up
one
to
of the better
people.
ones.
You've just seen me.
Can I get involved into this? What's
Sorry,
going on,
excuse
please?
me. Come back here.
Yeah, no worries.
Look, you're one of the better ones. And
Do you know this bloke?
No. Just, you're one of the better ones, and I do appreciate you actually.
And I'm happy having a chat.
balls
I'm
to
happy
it.
having a chat. You.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what's the mechanism of these news agencies? You guys are on $100,000 a year. There's dozens of you. Why is it some blokes can like
What's your
myself?
back? What's your back?
Why the blokes like myself sit in a room can be first in Lancet studies? You guys are paid for this.
Oh, Just because I'm not aware of that single Lancet
It's
study
not,
that you're...
It's not one study, mate.
I'm trying to
Sorry.
talk, mate. Jeez.
So you're not aware of that, mate?
I've said to him I'm not.
Are you aware of it now?
Oh, because he told me half an hour ago.
What about it?
Yeah.
So you've never heard it?
That specific one? No.
It's a big...
Oh, mate, and there's probably been 1,000 since that contradicted. Or 1,000 since that people will say, oh, it's a big one.
Well, now you got power. What are you going to do
Oh.
about it? Are you going to share?
What's your bet, mate? You're on the road there.
So if you think there's been 1,000, have you found any?
No, I didn't say I think there's been 1,000.
There's probably been 1,000.
Yeah.
So have you found any?
I don't read Lancet.
And have you found any contradictions in it?
It's a very broad question. Have I found any contradictions in anything?
Yeah, that's what we're talking
I find
about.
contradictions in
So
what protesters
we're
are
talking
saying.
about one example that you don't know
We're
of.
walking down the hill.
Do you know of any other examples?
Of
Okay, so why were we talking about the Lancet study? Yeah, you feel like you're back to school. So the Lancet study, do you know what it is now?
You've already asked me that. Do you recall my response?
Okay, well just a question then.
Oh, we're doing two tag team questions here.
So you
haven't met, mate.
I'm Sam McClellan.
The courtesy might introduce oneself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sam
McClellan, True Arrow. Yeah, so have you found...
Is that a full surname?
Yeah,
McClellan Full Arrow.
Oh, okay, so
It's
that's
Full Arrow.
my business name, True Arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My Christian name, Sam McClellan, right? So
Christian name would be Sam. Gotcha.
yeah.
You're Sam. I'm Paul.
Yeah,
Here we
so
go.
we're doing
Keep going.
semantics
Keep
here.
going. Keep going.
The main issue we'll get back to is that we were talking about the contradictions in scientific studies, which this gentleman brought up. So we brought up a major one, which was the retracted Lancet study, which a whole lot of the issues in the first place, and this was over a year ago. Now, you said there's probably been 100 since, you know?
Oh no, I said there might have been.
There might have been 100 since.
No, I said there probably been 1,000, and it's a turnip phrase,
so we
mate.
know
I don't know.
what
There might have been one since. I don't know.
So we know what we're talking about.
My point
And
is...
no.
Hang on,
No. I am asking you a question. The same question I've been asking you since started.
Are you streaming or recording?
Streaming and recording.
So are you aware?
How many viewers you got now?
So you're now avoiding the question.
No, mate, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Do you want to? So.
Can you just talking for...
Can you wait for a second?
I'm going to the car, mate. I'm going to go back to the office, believe it or not, and actually watch all this back.
We'll see if we can
Watch all this back.
We'll see if I can get this question asked before you get out of here.
No, I'm explaining why I'm walking and I'm not stopping. And that is because I need to...
If I can ask you the question, then
I'm just saying I need to get back to the office and watch back 50s plus of footage.
Well, we could have been really short if we,
Hit me with your question. Go. Hit with the one question. Go.
So there might have been 100 since the Lancet study. Do you know of any of
You
anyone?
asked me that up there, mate.
You didn't answer.
Yes, I did. I said no.
So...
I said I don't read Lancet.
And that's the problem,
Do you remember I said that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so I did answer you.
Okay,
Is that your question? Are we done? Have you got any other subsequent questions?
So then I asked anything outside of Lancet, and you said that's too broad.
Oh, what, any other scientific studies have I read? Is that what you're asking?
That are contradictory.
No, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the problem, mate.
That's
You're
it.
the media.
No, but my point is I don't sit at home and read scientific
You're-
studies.
So you're a journalist.
Basically a mouthpiece for the government then.
Mate,
You have to challenge it.
yesterday I was at Con, and I was at a stabbing in a man who was trying to stab people in the city. I am not immersed in pandemic news every day.
So we've had a
Do you
year.
understand?
We all are, mate.
No, well, you might be.
No,
But
the whole, mate,
So over a
our
year.
lives are upside down
So
because of this pandemic.
Last question. So over a year and a half, you haven't read any scientific.
oh, look, maybe
studies.
I have. I don't know, mate.
Don't know.
I don't know. I click on 1,000 things on Facebook, and it's all sorts of information from all sorts of sources.
Yeah, but nothing from Lancet. The number one.
I just said, you just asked me that, and I said I don't know.
The number one peer-reviewed journal in the world.
You just asked
Over
that,
a year and a half.
You just asked that, and
nothing
I said I don't know. I read a lot of information. I don't always look deep into it to see who the exact.
So over a year and a half.
I mean, 24/7 they all.
I've already got the answer.
I already said I don't know. Nice to meet you then, Sam.
No
You're
worries, mate.
trying to hang me out to dry. Give it your best shot.
Right.
Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
Can I just ask
Send me all the links, and I'll spend all my nights scrolling through YouTube videos and Lancet studies.
Yeah, well, you get paid good money for it, mate. Honestly, we get paid
Send
nothing,
me
and that's
all
all we
the
do.
links you like, mate. I'm happy to have a look at anything.
Can I ask you just a couple more quick ones, mate?
No, mate, I've got to go.
What percentage do you think of the protesters?
That's not what I said, Sam. You're misquoting me. The irony of you saying that we misquote, and here you are doing exactly the same thing.
No, so have you read a Lancet study?
Mate, you've asked me that, and you're not listening.
Yeah, so you said no. You said no.
Absolutely.
You haven't read one. How am I misquoting that?
My
So
recollection
you've never
was that
read
I'm not
a
sure.
Lancet study. You said no.
No. Mate, I read a lot of stuff. Do I read deep into it to see what study it is?
But you already said no. I've got it on camera twice.
One study can be contradicted by the next study.
Okay, and so you're aware that the contradiction exists, but you've never found it in a year and a half.
That's a good
You
question.
put whatever words you want in my mouth.
No, you've already said that.
Well, then why do you keep asking?
I'm not. I'm just, because you said I misquoted you when I said this guy has never read a Lancet study, year and a half, which you said no twice. I wasn't asking.
To the best of my recollection.
And then,
to the best of my recollection.
And then you came to say that I'm misquoting you.
Yeah, because I said, I don't know, mate, I read a stack of information.
So now you're changing it.
No, I stated that. I said, I don't know half the stuff if I've read it and it's been published in Lancet.
Yeah.
Can I ask you?
Did you know what Lancet was?
What's medical? Hello, boys.
Hello again.
Can I ask you a couple quick ones, mate?
We're going to go, Rick.
One
Because of me.
No, I've got to get back and watch all of this.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I
Can I
know,
ask
mate.
one thing?
No, I remember you shouted at me on the walk up here.
No, it's not about the shouting. It's about reporting the truth, please. That's all
Where
I
were we?
ask.
Over here.
That's all I ask. Please, for our
I'm going
family's
to go
sakes.
back and watch it.
I hope so.
And this is
For our family's sakes. That's
One
all.
second.
I've got to go,
What percentage of the protesters do you think are right wing or extremists?
I'm not here to categorise that.
Oh, your reporting implied that across the networks. I just want to know what percentage
My
of those
reporting?
people there, your network's reporting.
No, I disagree with that.
So
I disagree
do you
with
think it's
I disagree with
negligible, as in not worth mentioning?
I'm not going to categorise it.
Well, mate, you're there to report on it. There's this.
I'm not going to
If you're
categorise
reporting these extremists, you should push back on it.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I do appreciate it, mate.
No worries.
Bullshit, man.
Remember the families that are affected.
And I go to the Ghana protest, you fucking idiots.
Thanks, sis. Have a look in the park and you can see for yourself. Yeah, I'm sick of it too. Young and old.
Tell your kids what great job you did today.
We need to take these arseholes down, really.
I'm sick of it. We've all our jobs. I had to go at the prick. I've been made out to be a monster tonight on Channel 7 News earlier today. I'm over it. I've lost my job. My wife's lost her job. We're not monsters just because of a choice we've made for our health.
You will be made to look like a monster.
Correct.
But I think thousands, 250,000 people are not going to think you're a monster.
No, I hope not.
Everyone is all the same, in the
Yeah.
same boat.
Yeah.
That's what these arseholes have done to us.
These are the same people that were happy to rub shoulders with us at the local plaza,
Yeah.
at our workplaces, coming in sick as a dog, and now all of a sudden we're scum.
You know
We're
what
like
the
the
funny
shit on
thing
someone's boot.
At my work, they were willing to take food out of my hand when the vaccine wasn't fashionable.
Yeah.
And now the vaccine's fashionable, that it's, one or two. Oh, really? You know what I mean? It's like you're willing to take food out of my hand, rub shoulders with me, do what, they're just mindless. I'm sick of
My
it.
sister works throughout the pandemic as a nurse. She's a very hard nurse in the local hospital. Well, losing her job. She's breastfeeding. As we know, there's no data on breastfeeding or lactation or pregnancies. In fact, the data that there is pretty bad. She doesn't have a job.
It is terrible. Imagine taking poison and you're pregnant and you don't even know what it is and you have to, trust the FDA in America? Who trusts a pharmaceutical company?
The TPA in Australia, we took Pfizer's data at their word, and now we know Pfizer were lying about their own data.
Exactly.
I really appreciate it.
Of course they are.
Horrible. I know
What do you think, money makers and politicians don't tell lies? The ordinary, everyday person tells lies. Well, the government don't. Oh my God. This is insane. I just want my life back. I just want my life back. I want democracy. I want everyone's rights. Why do everyone just throw away their freedoms? Why? Are they just crazy? Anyway, lovely
and
talk.
it's the othering of other people as well. It's like forcing, a complete segregation of society.
Segregation, but they always take us back to, we segregated the Aboriginals. Does that make it right? If we don't have freedom, we don't move forward. And that's basically it, isn't it? And these arseholes are taking us back.
taking us back, what? Well,
We won't let them. We won't let them.
actually, they're moving us forward into communism and socialism and rubbing hands with the CCP.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Talking to you.
Mate, just want to say I love your work. Bullshitman.org. I don't know if you know.
No, true arrow.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Bullshitman.org. Yeah, I've come across your stuff. Just love it, man.
Thank
Love
you
it.
very
And,
much. Yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up on other people's stuff because I just haven't had a chance
Same. Likewise.
to watch everyone's and keep up to date. And I just love seeing the different points of view that I can't, find and can't, because I'm at one end or.
Mate, yeah, and you do great edits and stuff as well. Yeah, mate, I don't know what options.
No, when it goes up,
Oh, sorry.
picked on you.
A movement which has evolved from the grassroots from several hundred to tens of thousands across Australia within the space of 3 months. A movement of mutually affected people. The movement is a collaboration between teachers, nurses, early childhood educators, paramedics, fireys, sworn officers and community justice staff who have all been mandated. Avoiding humanity and displaying the years served truly touches the heart. It paints a picture of displacement. Many people see the solutions, looking with hope towards a future that is uncertain. And we all look to this stage every week on week, and we watch, and we watch, and we watch, and we watch, and we still go home.
Hello, I got sick too.
We're here for our children. We're here for our families. We're here for teachers. Was this movement was originally established by members of the frontline sector, it's truly a movement for everyone in our society. This is what the next step has to be. Unity to deal with the impact of what is being referred to as the Great Reset. This should in fact be called the Great Crash. Yes, there will be a reset. There always is one after a crash. But what does that look like? See all these different flags? They're all different boxes, different communities that are within our society, with all different ideas of what way the future should look. Without sitting down and working out collectively what that future looks like, what are we looking at? We don't know what we're looking at. We're still walking around in circles. It's like what the police do. They have regular units that just cruise around the city looking for crime to pop up. And we're like that as protesters. We're walking around looking for an opportunity to come up, to come out and get behind it, support it. But we're not being the altruists, we're not being proactive. We've got to get proactive and we've got to sit down. Stop looking at us at the stage. We've got to sit down and actually talk to each other. See a man with a flag, what's your objective? See a man with a flag there, what's your objective? What does winning look like to you? See another man with a flag here, what does winning look like to you? Regardless of what your personal position is, we assume our positions based on what we perceive to be security. I took the job to secure my job. I took the job to secure my ability to travel. However, we can collectively agree that this is not security, it's privilege. This privilege can be given or taken away at any stage. So we have a common ground. Our collective security is at risk. And to work out the next step, we need to find a way of stepping out of these boxes through communicating from a place of heart. Leave down differences and look at the horizon together to assess what is happening, what is evolving, how it all comes together and what is the next step. What are our immediate needs? What are our demands? What are our avenues of redress? We need all society stakeholders to sit together, political groups, issue-motivated groups, police, to truly come together in a delegation to address what is before us. Can we wait for an election? Will it make a difference? Is there any way we can quantify our will in the absence of an election? I don't know. There's a few different opportunities there, but we can talk about them again. Do we need a referendum to ensure we can have the checks and balances so this doesn't happen again? That sounds reasonable, right? Yeah. Do all the political aspirants agree that a system of direct democratic governance is needed first? I'd say so, we should, right? Be fair enough. What about what's happening now? We allegedly have a parliament and a governor who do not have lawful jurisdiction. Lynn Bennett has proposed a velvet revolution with a lawful moratorium instructing an immediate stand down. Now here's the thing, that's happened. We're standing here. They're on a countdown. They've been given 6 days. Are we aware of what's happening there? This is all about the communications. We need to be aware of everything that's currently taking place and see is it the right direction and can we get behind it. Would it be true then that if the government does not have lawful decision to issue ballot writs, no upcoming election will be lawful? These are all reasonable questions. We need to come to the table, all of us. The constitutional people, the trust sovereign people, the people who know where we stand, the common law people. How do they all interface and how do they all come together? How do these communities harmonise with the various approaches so that the best outcomes are had? Are we all good? Is that all right? Let the woman have her speak. What's wrong? Is she all right? We don't want to hit my back. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get down because it's not ready to go here. So, look, please feel free to drop over and speak over to the governor's house. There's a little few boys set up over there in the rotunda. It's not all about the lads that are there. It's a tribal meeting tonight. We've been asking for people to come over just to sit down around the little map, talk about it and where they all meet and what is the next step. Because that's what we need to get. Anyway, thank you for listening, guys. We'll do this together, all right? All right, legend.
I can't believe this. Literally 3 feet away. He even said hello. No. What? He said hello down there.
When we were sliding, when I was sliding not on the sofa. No, yeah, here.
So we have Monica on the line from RDA, Reclaim Democracy Australia. She's been fighting tirelessly. She went to jail for us, for our freedoms. She's on the line. Welcome, Monica. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Great. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So, I may not be able to attend events at the moment, but please know that I am always watching and supporting you from afar and in spirit. And, you know, being here via audio is obviously not anywhere near the same as being there with you on the ground. And it's definitely not as fun at all. But I am really happy to be able to address you this way anyway. So thank you so much to the organisers. Thank you to Reclaim the Line and the audio guys for making this possible. Reclaim the Line has been one of the most inspiring things to watch. Christian Mack and everyone that works with him has obviously done a fantastic job, and his coaching skills have definitely come out because Reclaiming the Line is one of the biggest initiatives I've seen growing up during this movement. Now, also on a general note, seeing Australia rise up the way that it has, especially over the last 2 to 3 months specifically, has been one of the most inspiring experiences of my life. It teaches us that when people are backed into a corner, they will fight back. I have so much faith in my fellow Australians, to stand up when it really matters the most. Now, I can't hear the crowd at all, so I don't know if I'm getting the timing right, so you're just going to have to bear with me. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to keep going. Every single one of you has done something to create this powerful and unstoppable pushback that will make history. Whether it's tomorrow or in years to come, we will get our God-given rights back. Now, right now, in this moment, especially the last week, our mission may seem impossible, maybe even hopeless, but that's their tactic. you people join this freedom movement, every day we become stronger, more resilient, and more courageous. And on the other hand, every day our enemy digs themselves another deeper hole. Every day they have to censor and manipulate the truth. Every day they get weaker, and every day they get more and more afraid of you. Because good always prevails, the truth always comes out, and karma never forgets, and neither does God. This fight is hard, my friends. It's long, but justice will be served. Whether it's in this life or the next, it will be served, and it will be so, so sweet. You know, another reason I know that we're going to win is because it's impossible for the enemy to understand us. And in order to win something, you have to first understand your enemy. You see, they're motivated by greed and power, but we are motivated by what is right, true, and just. They cannot comprehend a person who has genuine purpose, because our mission is righteous, their mission is evil. They'll never know what it's like to have truth on their side. They cannot know what they cannot understand. So that is why we will win. Simple as that. You see, they can enjoy the illusion of victory for the time being. We'll let them enjoy it for now. But their days in power are numbered, because dictatorships always fall. I just hope that we're here to see it when it does. You see, there is a plan here, okay? God is allowing this evil to occur because he wants people like you and me to stand up and fight for our beliefs. He wants us to fight for our children, for each other, and for our country. He's motivating us to become better and stronger people. And everyone here today has answered that call. Because I'll tell you what, I may be sitting in a car talking to you on my computer, but we are ready for anything. We will never give up. We will never lay down. We will never stay down. We will do whatever it takes. You see, our enemies, they have a limit. Because their motivations are not infinite and everlasting like ours. They have a limit. They can't win. Everything you do, every day, and the day after that, and the day after that, will amount to our victory. So, you must stay focused, be persistent, never lose hope, never, ever give up. And when you're feeling down and beaten up, like we all do some days, remember, every day you wake up is one day closer to us getting our liberties back. I am so proud and grateful for every single person in the crowd, everyone watching online, everyone who participates, everyone who organises and plans everything, because we are actually family now, and we will never lose hope in each other or ourselves, because together we can and will reignite democracy in Australia once and for all. And together we can and will make Australia better than it's ever been before. And together we can and will save our children from the hands of tyrants. Now, I'm nearly finished, and I just want to say one more thing. I cannot wait to see all of you in the new society we are going to create together with our blood, sweat, and tears. That place is going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see you there and celebrate freedom together. Thank you all so much for being with me on audio, and please stay strong and focused. We're family now, and I love you all.
Thank you, Monica Schmidt, RDA. Give it up for Monica, come on! Thank you, Monica, you're an absolute legend. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the work you do. Thank you so much. We will never give up. I'd just like to say a few thank yous, especially to Nick, who organised the Peacemakers. They come to every rally. Thank you, Peacemakers. God bless you. To Tom, the council guy, who actually forgot to tell us there was a festival at Flagstaff, if you had seen the advertising. Slipped his mind. But he came through and he came up with this location, which I think kills Flagstaff.
Not even 2 minutes later, she's coming. That's a big stick. That's right. That's right. It's on the news, yeah.
Any victims?
Hey, Loki! Loki! Luke!
Luke!
Loki, I found your twin!
Oh, that's his twin.
Wait, PJ! You want fresh charges?
Uggles, it's all good.
Look at you getting right up the front there. Yeah. Well, it just looked. Oh, hello. How are we? Good to see ya. Not too bad, not too bad.
Go to the other side, I'll see the other side.
I don't know. Back everyone. Running around and trying to get in, and I think they kind of like the school or that way. Now the should have been done on the same day. No, just an instigator. Correct. Yes, correct. Yes. Troublemaker. Yeah, like some issues. And it was only her. One of her friends. Yeah, planned and trying to stir shit up. But they did really well. Like,
Yeah, Luke, the conquering torch.
no, exactly. Yeah, it's hard to know what to do. Like, you let it come through and it's like crazy. Like, video rather than trying to put your hands on it physically, because that's what they did. That's what they did. They like two guys like grabbed her by the arms and away from the stage.
Oh, man, thanks.
Hey, no worries, right?
On the behind the camera, I like it.
Yes, you too.
Yeah, I'm fucking used to it. You can use like a yeah. Oh, on your friend. Behind anything smoking on it. I cannot wait. I'm just waiting for him to call me. And then I say, hey. And then I'll be in the grass.
missed her whole 18th. She missed her whole 18th, so thank you so much, Juliet. That was awesome. Yeah, we are living on a prayer. Keep the prayers coming. We've got a very special speaker now. It's our last speaker for today. She's a nurse. So please give it up for Sarah Hart. And then after that, I'm going to get up and do a song for you with Jerome Smith. And then all of you guys are going to get on stage and sing a special tribute to you all. So please, give it up for the nurses!
Hello. Firstly, I'd just like to say it's so nice to be part of this community. I've never ever felt such community in all of my life. Yeah. I've been a registered nurse for 30 years. Most of that time in specialising in anaesthetics and ICU. I've cared for thousands of people, advocated for thousands of patients over the years. As a full-time agency nurse, my career ended pretty abruptly 2 months ago. With no fanfare, zero entitlements, when I opted out of the experiment. I loved my job, I was good at my job, and the decision was made with a very heavy heart. I did not take that lightly. I haven't regretted it for a second, despite the fact that most of my colleagues thought I was crazy and have continued on. From the start of 2020, I had the deep feeling that something wasn't right. As the government's management of this particular flu unfolded, it became very evident that the agenda was far from health. I worked in positive hotel quarantine and witnessed the appalling standards and management by a bunch of randomly appointed bureaucrats with no background in health, overriding the decisions of those with expertise. It would have been funny if not for the tragedy of it all. If all of this was really about our health, our government would surely have launched some sort of health promotion program as a matter of urgency and encouraged everyone to build resilient immune systems for what was coming. But there were crickets, and there still are. 20 months down the track, in their wisdom, they decided that any non-compliant health worker became a hazardous bioweapon. And so an already broken disease care system has been hit by a huge assault by those responsible for discarding hundreds of experts who 18 months ago were labelled heroes. The irony of this is not lost on us. In this position of abandonment, the ease with which all facilities have done it is stunning and really sad. This is not a system I want to go back to. This is not a healthcare system. It's a difficult situation for many of us as the main or sole breadwinners in our families. There are days when it's hard to breathe, such as the intense anxiety we struggle with our decision and think about the where to from here. So I come today with a little bit of hope, hopefully, some inspiration, because this is where we need to pivot. This is where we get creative and we reinvent ourselves and our future. The opportunities we have are endless. We just have to be brave and willing to work to put ourselves out there and do things differently. I put a call out for nurses in Victoria a couple of months ago to get together and brainstorm ideas for future employment. The Independent Health Alliance Victoria was formed and we did just that. The mandates made this tricky, but it just means we need to be flexible and clever and creative. We'll continue to work on a new way forward in healthcare for all modalities. We cannot continue with the system we have. We need to gather all nurses, doctors, physios, occupational therapists, PSAs, all of us together who are on the same page to start something new which is about health, which is inclusive, which does not discriminate. And even if we can't do it right now, we have the time to work on this and make it happen. We'll continue to work on a new way forward in healthcare. We have plans to do what our system totally lacks in helping people to reach optimal health. This is what we trained for. This is what we will do, no matter what they say. Yeah. So Aussies are a resilient bunch, and when faced with such adversity, it makes us pivot. Reinvention is something that we're good at. We just need to nut out how. Each of us can do so much to contribute to community. Living with purpose is the most important element in life. Whether either paid or volunteering with humans or animals, we all need to have a reason to get up each day, and we all need connection. Apart from trades and professions, we all have life skills, hobbies, interests, and so much to offer. Start thinking about how you can use all of your skills and all of your life experience to create opportunities for businesses and self-sustainability. Now is a great time to do that course you've been thinking about, to do what you're really passionate about. If you don't know where to start, ask for help. If you don't know, get together with others and brainstorm ideas. There's something all of us can do moving forward, which might be so far from what you've been doing till now, and that's okay. Rather than being stuck on what you can't do, explore what you can do. Yeah. You are creating your new way forward. With inspiration, we can help each other to do that. Pick the opportunities that come your way. This week, as an example, I've made and sold hundreds of bottles of cordial. I've helped small businesses remain open with rapid antigen testing. I've helped strangers as a health consultant when their GPs wouldn't see them because they're unvaccinated. I've cleaned a 5-bedroom house for someone moving out. I volunteered at a wildlife shelter and sent out a bunch of supplies to wildlife carers. The diversity of my life gives me more purpose than ever, and it gives me great hope with what we can achieve moving forward. This is also a great lesson in not putting your eggs in the same basket ever again. Do different things. Believing that we all have transferable skills will allow you to offer services that you never imagined. You are now your own boss. This government may have won temporarily, but they will not beat me. They will not stop me from working. They will not stop me from living, and they cannot crush my spirit. Now, I'm guilty, as many others are, up to this point in my life of being complacent regarding politics, never took an interest, but I've really started paying attention since COVID hit. One good thing to come out of all of this is the heightened awareness of our dysfunctional political system, our dysfunctional healthcare system, and those we've placed in positions of power. But the freedom movement is growing at a speed, and we're here to take our state and our country and our health back. This dictatorship cannot continue. Apartheid of any description is unacceptable, and we will not give up the fight to restore democracy and the reinstatement of our fundamental human rights according to the Constitution of this country. We may be a minority, but we're fierce, focused, and we will never give up. Thanks for listening.
Just quickly, I haven't been as productive as Sarah. I've been actually getting over the deathly virus. It's been about 3 weeks now. And I'd just like to say, you know, if you're vaxxed or not, whatever, that's your own personal choice. You know, you do you and I do me and everything. But I've got a 12-year-old son. This is so highly contagious. For 2 weeks, he was at home. I think I spent about 4 days in bed. I've had worse flus, and I'm not saying that this isn't deadly for some people, but we all know a lot of people have died from the flu, okay? I've worked with a lot of elderly that have died from pneumonia and the flu. So I'd like to say that my new superpower now is 6-month exemption. Because apparently natural immunity counts for something. Well, it counts for 6 months worth of exemption. But in all of that, my 12-year-old son didn't even get a sniffle. Not even a little teeny. He had 3 negative tests. You cannot tell me this is a highly contagious. You cannot tell me. But what I can tell you, just quickly before I go, take your vitamin D, take your vitamin C. It is so simple. Get out in the sunshine, eat vegetables. Just look after your own immunity, because you have everything within you to fight natural diseases. Don't let fear drive this anymore. Fear has been the pandemic, not this friggin' virus. Okay, fear. And you just got to can that. Can the fear. All right, bless you all. You're all amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for 5-time Golden Guitar Award. One of the brothers from the Davidson Brothers, Hamish Davidson. He's going to play a very, very, very special little tune for you. And then I'm going to get up with Jerome Smith and sing you all a couple of songs. Please make him feel welcome. He's a legend in the country music industry. We're so blessed to be here. Come all down to the family and Ballarat. Where to go? Sorry, there we go. Thanks so much, Hamish, for coming down. And please, give him a warm welcome. Hamish Davidson. Thank you so much for today. It's been a pleasure. This is Jerome Smith. He's a legend. He's going to speak a little bit after we do a couple of tunes. This next 2 songs I wrote in ISO last year, or we wrote together. This one's called To the North. In the morning, when you wake up, don't pick up your phone. Get yourself out to the backyard and shoot the sun. In the morning, when you wake up, get up, do some stretches and all. Get your body up and rising and following to the north, to the north, to the north. Hitting the bottom of that crevice, never ever seen the sun. They'll take your coat, hold you blinded, and program you to the dark. It's all around you. Open your eyes and feel it from the heart. They'll take your freedom when you want it. When you wake up, it will be gone. No more kindred spirit device. No more kindred device.
be your pundit. You sell your soul to your pawn in exploitation. But you'll find yourself, you'll find yourself, you'll find yourself to Thank you so much. Sorry, my voice is so husky from screaming all day. But thank you so much. That's from our debut album, coming out next 21st of December. We're called Her. That's our band if you want to check us out. I'll just finish with one next song and then Jerome's going to sing a song for you. I actually wrote this song about him. Now that you're by my side, it negates all the times I've cried. With that infectious smile, you make me feel so right. With my past, I've let it go. And when you pick up that sixth string, you bring my whole life back home. You made all my love affairs feel like a fool in town. I was out of my mind just when you needed it. His light will shine on through some hope for me and you. All the good things are coming our way. All the good things they're shining through. All the good things, yeah. Tells me we're all gonna die. We'll find me again in the next life. All the good things are coming our way. All the good things are shining through. All the good things,
I know my flag.
all the good things are coming our way. Come on. All the good things they're shining through. All the good things are coming our way. All the good things are shining. All the good things are coming our way. All the good things are shining. All the good
so much. Everybody up, thank you, Hamish. Thank you to Reclaim the Line, all the work that's gone in today. Thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to Gonza and Aki. Thank you to all the musos that played today. Juliet, John, Lady Fox, Diddy Rays, the beautiful Vanessa Valentine, the incomparable